The Dennis Miller Show, 866-509-7268.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to the Dennis Miller Show. Dennis Miller here, basking in the glorious wake of modest achievement. I'll be performing at the Orleans Casino and Hotel in Las Vegas on June 13th and 14th. For more information, go to DennisMillerRadio.com and click on Dennis Live. In our next segment, we'll be joined by actor Chaz Palminteri. He has a new play called Unorganized Crime, and we'll chat to him about that. In the interim, we're taking some phone calls at 866-509-RANT, 866-509-7268. This is Joe in Missouri. Hey, Joe. How are you?
Hey, Dennis. How are you?
Groovy. What's up?
I heard you reading your voicemail about the botched execution, and I was thinking you might want to check that out. It's a very compelling story because he did actually end up dead, but it was rather gruesome. It was a new drug combination, and they had tried for 51 minutes to find a good vein to start it, which they couldn't do on his body, and so they finally went to his groin area and managed to
what did he do?
I'm sorry?
Before I get all too heartbroken, I assume they don't kill somebody. What did he do to get in this position where they couldn't find a vein for a needle in his groin?
Coffee.
Huh?
You said that was the first question my wife asked me this morning when I was reading the report.
Well, I'm just saying I reserve judgment on whether I'm be able to get on with my day for what they did to the man. What did he do to get to that point in his life?
It was a murder case, but I didn't know the details.
So at some point, he ended another human being's life for not good reasons. Their reasons might not be the best reasons, but I would say that I think if you end another human being's life without reason, that them ending your life, at least there's more reason. Would you concede that or not?
True. I just. All
right then. The rest of it, I'm sorry. We should probably wait a second. I'm getting an email from somebody I trust. His crime was very gruesome too, including rape, stabbing, and burying a young girl alive. Does that change your opinion about them not being able to find the vein when I tell you, Joe in Missouri, that he raped, stabbed, and buried a young girl alive? Or are you as hung up on his end?
I'm not hung up at all. I'm a pretty objective thinker. I was just suggesting that it gives fuel.
I thought you said that it was. I wish I could listen to the phrase up front. Do you remember how you referred to it originally? Because you said it's pretty gruesome. I don't know. I'll leave that to you, Joey. I'm not. It's not gruesome to me. If you're saying they ought to make it sure, like they used to, and hang a guy or shoot him, but once a guy's raped, stabbed, and buried a young girl alive, you know what I mean? It's tough for me to sum it up. Boy, that's gruesome what they did to him. I'm sorry the shot didn't go right, the inoculation. All right?
He actually died from it because your earlier report had suggested he survived it.
All right, Joey.
I just wish it had taken longer. It was 51 minutes. That's not very long.
Carolyn, are you still there? My wife came in to tell me something to augment the story, but now I think I've lost her. Is that the case? The guy stabbed the girl and raped her and put her in a grave alive?
Murder of an 18-year-old woman whom he shot and buried alive. Yes,
Well, then, if it went badly at the end, I'm like you. I'm kind of happy, right?
Yeah, he was also. And I'm not going to read off too many, but this one stands out. He was also convicted of raping and killing an 11-month-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I can't use gruesome there. Some people can, I can't. Paul in Georgia. Hey, Paul.
Mr. Miller, enough of this Teflon president stuff and killing murderers. This is on a lighter note. You brought up last week a story about going to the Civic Arena for the wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember the Gateway Clipper and the Party Liner.
Sure.
My mom worked for the catering company there.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, I would work on the line, scooping food.
Sure.
Anyway, the owner would give us tickets to these wrestling matches. And I went one time with my brother, who's 4 years older than me. And you remember the Kodak disc camera?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Well, I'm standing there in a hallway, and some guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you want some pictures of the wrestlers?" I said, "Sure." So he took my camera and he left. And my brother come back and says, "Where's the camera?" I said, "I gave it to some guy. He's going to get pictures." And my brother just, like, slammed me up against the wall. This guy, 10 minutes later, brought back my camera. We got them developed. I had Bruno Sammartino, Fuji and Tanaka, Chief Jay Strongbow, all sitting in the locker room.
Oh, my God, what a treasure trove.
But I can't find the damn pictures now.
Oh, my man. God, that stuff's gold. Do you remember what I always loved about the arena shows is every week on Studio Wrestling, Chili Billy would say that Ringside Rosie was in Montefiore with cancer of the entire existence. And then on Fridays, I'd see her at the arena hitting George the Animal Steel in the head with a cup of ice.
Yep.
She always rallied back to hit the animal with ice. Thank you, my friend. Beautiful. Let's go to Ernie in New York. He has some thoughts on the botched execution.
Hey, Dennis. How's you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. You know what? I feel like this. They should impose, capital punishment everywhere. And then we wouldn't have half the crimes we do. And like this that happened now, it'd show people, look at, you're going to die like you suffered these other people.
I believe in something more. Listen, I've always fancied as a work of art and fiction Dante's Inferno. I think it's an incredible piece of writing. And commensurate justice is, yes, I would look for something more akin to that. I think there's a concentricity about that. And if you are to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, if you're the unto you that gets killed, and I also have a friend who's Saudi Arabian, and he told me that in many instances the surviving family members of the victim are allowed to have a say in what happens to the perpetrator of the crime. That's also something that makes sense to me. But if somebody like Mike Farrell, I don't even know Mike's still alive, but I remember he was the one who always used to drive me apoplectic, is going to parachute into a scene like this and tell you how it's inhuman what we're doing to this man, and you say to him he raped a young girl and strangled her and buried her alive, and they say that's immaterial. I'm talking about what we're doing. I don't find it immaterial. I find that crazy. That's sort of inflexibility as far as the devastation wreaked on humanity and indeed in the macro, and this young girl in the micro, the turning a blind eye to that in the name of some obstinate across the board sort of pass is madness. It's too far away from the caveman fire for me. There's certain things that make sense. And if you're telling me I didn't follow this story, I'm not following as much. If this guy was in more pain and agony as he died, and that was the crime, well, very fitting. Karma's a bitch. Dennis Miller Show. This year, do something really special for Mother's Day. Order giant, freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries, starting at just $19.99. That is over 40% off the regular price. Or double the berries for just $10 more. Go to berries.com, click on the mic in the upper right-hand corner, and to get the deal, you use my code. It's DMZ here. Friends, these are enormous, fresh, juicy, mouth-watering berries. I've seen them, and I tasted them, and I can't believe I ate some of it, but you can't stop. I want these berries. Not about me this time. It's about your mom. Don't wait long. Order now before the Mother's Day deal ends. Call 866-FRUIT-02 to order, or better yet, visit berries.com, BERRIES.com. Click on the microphone, top right-hand corner. Type in DMZ. Go to berries.com, click on the microphone, and type in DMZ. Order today. This deal expires Friday at midnight, so make sure you order now.